I don't think it'll fit.
No, I did Sheen. I already hit enter. What is this?
Carl Weezer would have been better.
Ha. That starfish, you! You! That fought a little too hard for its size. That was rude. No, I've got nothing against people who need to use inhalers. I just have... The fact that it's a game mechanic, though, I don't... That means there's gonna be a problem.
When I was a kid, we used to boil marbles so they'd crack and look like jewelry.
That's actually really cool. But Lloyd, you're
Tell us more about that, Dad.
Here.
Tell us more about that. That sounds like a really precious memory.
Lloyd. Guess what?
Well, then I'd throw them against the wall and smash.
Oh!
It's gonna be a shame when we...
Wait, it's me again. So, yeah, I got an alert. AMD driver detected a... No, AMD detected a driver timeout, and that's what it used to do, like, a year ago, when it was having a lot of issues. Yeah, it just dunks both monitors, and then it just nukes everything. OBS screams that the encoders are fucked. And, yeah, that's exactly what the error message is, by the way. Anyway, we... Fingers crossed, it didn't lose a lot. It doesn't look like we lost a lot. We just have to pick up everything again, which I'm fine with, because I was still a little confused. But welcome back. Alright, let's see. So, he's gonna stand up. He's gonna go, shit, there's not a door we can walk through. Too brief, next time might be the last. Alright, so we gotta go to the left, and we gotta go to the right. Let's see. Freaks out because there's actually not a door he can walk in. Yes, again, this is a really dark alleyway, but it is the front, sort of storefront area where we've picked which door to walk in every day. And sometimes we have been given options, so that actually does tell me that you could experience the days in other orders. Alright. Any second now he should say something about there's no more doors. Really? It hasn't happened yet? Should I get stuck somewhere? There we go. No, there were no more open doors. Was that the last journey? I don't understand. Did I take too long? But I'm not done yet. Let's see. I must save her, Lila. Lila, forgive me. Okay, so... No, there must be a way. There must be a reason why the gods have done this to us. If nothing else, I'm stuck here. If there's a way, any place to get back to Lila, it must be in this place. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do this in a different order than we did it before. And it looks like Twitch is playing an ad, which is kind of sucky, but it looks like everyone who's watching is a subscriber. Thank you, by the way. So we'll just keep hanging out. We'll keep going. I'm going to do this in a different order. I'm going to open up each box in the order that it's in front of us right here. This order probably has nothing to do with how we experienced it or how it's supposed to go, but it could be a clue. So we'll start here to describe, because I know it's black. The storefront in front of each door is a wooden box, which is kind of like I would imagine, it's like a wooden box, a couple feet wide. So we open each one and we get something. So box 1. We were doing this differently because I wasn't getting anywhere with what we were doing before. Okay, so box 1 is the battery from the Revolution. The battery of the gun, the Bandar gave me during the rebellion against the church. So Bandar knew us. He gave this to us. And this says specifically rebellion against the church. I don't know why, but Lila was very angry. She kept trying to run away without telling me why. Lila pissed. So that's the first one. This second one is... Oh, the tea. Yep. When we visited her house. Tea. Let's see. Lila's house. She was emotional. Like she had just come back from an adventure. Okay. Tried to kiss. Pissed. I wish I could have explained why I had to refuse. You really could have. That would have explained something to some of us. Alright, so this is the egg. I'm like trying to skip a line, give myself any space, but it's just not. Okay. Lila's house. He known to book a table. At tea house. What's really funny is most of these notes of memories that Master is recollecting have very little to do with his safety or anything about the church. If there is a reference to the church, it's in relationship to something that happened with Lila. Because that was a big day where that church guy vowed vengeance to get us. Alright, so box number 4. Here are these. Scissors. Bandar. I believe we met Bandar here. Meet Bandar. At least in the context of Bandar. Like, Bandar didn't know us going into this day. So met Bandar. Let's see. Plants, windmills. A church patrol was looking for me. Yep, and Bandar protected us even though he didn't know us. So that actually automatically bumps us up way up. Let me throw my pencil around. This bumps us way up in the chronology of everything, because if Bandar didn't know us, then there's several days actually that we have more context for. Alright, next box. Okay. The cup, teacup. Hinon's tea house. The first time we met her. We know that that's not the real timeline, but it's the first day that we played in-game. She already knew us. We know that. I don't need to write that down. I had to leave. He felt like he was about to disappear. So the trouble here is, which would have pissed her off more? Us rejecting the kiss, or us running away from this tea party? I think rejecting the kiss would have pissed her off more. So I think visiting her house, so item number 2, would have come immediately before the revolution. Because the revolution, she was pissed, she was upset, she was confused. I think that's the order. Let's see. I'm just gonna put this in like a different level. Let's see. Directly before rebellion. Okay, so back to this. I'm kind of putting like angry shapes around the days that I know would cause her to be upset, because it's unfortunate that this is the metric, but for some reason something triggering her to be upset seems to be like the most grounding part of the timeline. So we got 2 days for sure that would cause her to be upset from our actions. We didn't have the time about it. We didn't have the time to talk about it any further. Okay. That's that one. That was the teacup. What's this one? Were there really only 6 days? Okay, and this was the book from the, yep, temple book. Occult traditions. Lucky to meet her because Bo the guard was about to boot me. We had lovely conversations with multiple of the cultists. Multiple of them actually. Let's see. It's unfortunate because I have ideas of which days make sense to Master, because Master lived the days in the order we did with him. So on that day, he talked to the merchant's apprentice, because the merchant earlier, when we hung out at the marketplace with Lila, mentioned that his assistant was spending a lot of time at the cultist temple, and he was worried about it. And so this day, we told the apprentice when we saw them at the temple that their master was worrying about them. But unfortunately, that timeline only makes sense to our master, to our character, because she could have been there the whole time, and we could have said that to her before, right, before the person she was studying under, the merchant, told us it. So that's not a reliable piece of timeline information either. Okay. There was reference to her being upset. I do need to mention that, though. Let's see, boot me out of the temple. Lila does mention she expected us to apologize for something, but we never showed up yesterday. Not that we had plans yesterday, but yesterday would have made the most sense for us to apologize for something. That one she seemed a little more chill about. We were trying to apologize about the kiss, but I think this is coming right after, possibly 2 real days after Tea House. Okay, is there any more? There is more. Oh my gosh, no wonder why I have so much shit, because what is this, 8 days? 8 days. Jesus Christ. So it's 7's next. What is this one? Oh, the hoe that he threw at the cultist, the cleric. Let's see. Knocked out the cleric to escape. At the church. Bandar and Lila saved us. What an adventure. So he says, what an adventure. Could this have happened? This couldn't have happened before the kiss. This does specifically, possibly sneakily, use the same language, what an adventure, as earlier on when they mentioned that Lila feels like she just came back from an adventure. Lila's house, she's emotional, back from an adventure, kisses him. We think this is directly after the rebellion. No, we think this is directly before the rebellion. Okay. So, if we got trapped, if we don't have context for when we got trapped by the church, this is what's pissing me off, is, could the rebellion have been because we escaped the church? That's possible. That's actually really possible. So if the rebellion was after we escaped the church, I'm gonna put maybe, let's see, I have different levels of confidence in these projections. Could have been caused by escape. So if it was caused by our escape, church patrol. I remember her being a little bit upset though at the beginning of the escape day. Oh, well this is the escape, but let's see what information pops up. But I had no choice, the church had me in its grasp. Now Bandar and Lila saved me, what an adventure. Possibly before 2. And so here is our last one. Oops. Okay, so this is, Lila gave me this at the market. So that's 8. At the market. Gave me this at the market. It was a pleasant day. She had never seen me before. Okay. Is there anywhere else to go? I don't see anywhere else to click. Let's wander back. Maybe doubling back will open something up. All of these objects, each in memory, a moment in which Lila and I met. Each encounter became increasingly weirder. I was confused. Sometimes people spoke about things I didn't understand. Sometimes I didn't remember moments I remember having ever lived. Some other times, it was they who couldn't remember. They couldn't understand what I was attempting to tell them. But the problem is not just me to them or them either. It's time. It's the order of events that scrambled. I must understand the right order of things, the right succession of encounters. Maybe then I'll be able to get back to Lila and end this once and for all. Shit. See, I knew this was coming. Okay. So, we definitely met at the market. So this, can I change where this goes? We'll swap that. Yep. The market is first. This is absolutely first, without a doubt. Without a doubt, this is first. I think... Okay. Lock in, Lloyd. You can do this. The teacup is still pretty early. I'm gonna say the teacup goes here. Because that's when we went to Hinon's tea house. I do believe this egg was probably second, because met her at the market, knew she existed, so we overhear her conversation of her calling in and making the reservation for the tea house. We met Own It. It starts all the bullshit with the church. She was upset, but a little upset, a baby upset. So I think we went to the cult the day after, or sometime after. We disappeared, so we don't know how time passes when we disappear. We don't know if it's instantaneous, we don't know. This is when we visit her house and she tries to kiss us. I don't know. This was when we met Bandar. I'm living through these days really quickly to see if I recall Bandar. This was a chill day. I don't think... This was a really chill day, and she was distant with us. Let's put this in front of the church. But let's swap these two. Because she was a little upset, very small amounts of upset. This was the church where we escaped. Oh, I think we swapped these two because she was a big upset after this, because this is when we visited her house. She was huge upset. And this was the day that she was the most upset from the jump. So I think the rebellion has to happen immediately after this. It has to. Nothing's happening, so this is obviously the wrong order. But I am so confident the rebellion is last. Like, it was a huge day. Bandar knew us. We knew all the characters. Let's see. I was convinced the rebellion was caused by the escape. So she was a little upset after this. Maybe Vandar was sooner. That's not right. Let's see. Oh no. Is this just the same thing over and over again? Yeah, okay. Lila was very angry at me. She kept trying to run away without telling me why. It has to come after the kiss. It has to. That's the two. These are the only two that make sense to me. We could have gotten captured by the rebellion. Let's try that, actually. We were not captured by the rebellion, at least in this order. What an adventure. So are you trying to tell me... Hold on. Well, no, that's the order that I did this in already. She had just had an adventure. Let's see. Just had an adventure. I think I'm getting caught up on the whole adventure thing. I also keep thinking of the rebellion. Oh, this is gnarly. We're gonna be here. Okay, let's see. What are my other... We think that Lila's tea was directly after the rebellion. Directly before rebellion. Okay. We think that the rebellion could have been caused by the escape. We did sort of put it in that order. We did lay low for a second. Oh, we did say we would go our separate ways and meet up at her house later. So this has to be in this order. Like, this has to be in this order. So I'm thinking escape, possibly before 2. Yep, which was the T, which was possibly before rebellion. Yep. Okay. Let's see. So the scissors are where we meet Bandar. Bandar, I don't think needs to be this high up, because I was just shooting in a barrel for this. We don't technically meet Bandar in any of these. We do see him at the tea house. I'll be honest, we do see him at the tea house, but there's not a grand introduction. We could have also... It was optional for us to meet Bandar. It was someone that we talked to. I thought it was someone we talked to just in the place. But we could be... Let's move all this up. Let's move all this up because that's clearly wrong. What? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, wait. Oh, let's go. I was overestimating how early we met Bandar. I was so overestimating this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was the... But that's hilarious that was the one that was really tripping me up. Was how early we met Bandar. Because what happened was everyone had such a informal relationship with each other. There was no weight to it. The only weight that was suggested was that Bandar gave us a talk that, like, you're obviously important to her. If you do anything to hurt her, I'll be upset. Oh, I'm so excited. So all of my instincts were correct about all of the really big key points. Okay, when I met her in the market, for her, it must have been the first time she ever saw me. After that encounter, she called Hino to book the table at his tea house. At the tea house, we drank tea together. That's the first time I saw her after so much time. Afterwards, she looked for me at the Temple of Detachment, where I showed her the life and traditions of the cult. Destiny made us meet again with Vandar. We climbed on top of the windmills. There, Lila opened up to me. Then the church captured me, imprisoning me until Lila and Bandar rescued me. The following evening, Lila invited me to her house. She told me about her father, how he died. Then she tried to kiss me, but when I refused, she forced me to leave out of rage and embarrassment. The following morning, yes, it must have been when the rebellion started. The people revolted against the church and its overbearing tyranny. Lila was there too. She was escaping from the shame of the previous evening. She got hurt and we hid in an alley before the explosions caused it to collapse. That's the last time that she saw me. That's when I need to return to allow her to finally understand on her own. Okay, sick. So we got the timeline sorted. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm just gonna keep walking until it lets me go somewhere. And it's not that way. Okay. Yikes, it's so dark. Like, I just cannot see. I'm also moving my mouse all over the screen to see if there's any new things I can interact with. Here we go. Alright, it'll let me go this way. It's the ramen shop icon over the door. Hello, is anyone there? So she's stuck in here. I love how he just sort of magics in there. And she's like, what? I wasn't going to do it, but I think I want to try to... I'm going to put something over the game display so that it's a little brighter. I don't know if it'll work. I thought it was just that one scene, but I'm kind of... Why is this chroma keyed? Hold on, can I remove this? Why is there a chroma key over window capture? Yeah, why was that chroma keyed? Oh, I'm bummed. That's okay. Yeah, can you see that a little bit better? Okay, cool. So that's good. We'll leave that the way it is. I was hoping it was just because those scenes were really dark, but it looks like it was extra dark. Okay. Lila, are you okay? You're asking me if I'm okay? What about you? You were gone. Yeah, how long were we gone? One moment you were here, and the next one you had vanished in thin air, as if you'd never been there at all. The same thing that happened when you were on the windmills. Oh, we hadn't been told that that had happened. Okay. Was it the church? Did they capture you again? How did you manage to escape? It wasn't the church. No, what then? I'm a traveler. It was me. You? I have powers. Powers. What are you, some kind of wizard? In a way. A wizard, well, yes, if you want to put it that way. I'm a traveler. A traveler? What do you mean? Can you teleport whenever you want? It's not teleportation. I can't do it at will. It's complicated, but it's very important for you to understand, Delilah. Wait, why is it that all of a sudden it's so important that I understand? Every time, all I've done is ask you questions, and every time I asked, you never gave me straight answers. What's changed? What does you did mean? You did, Lila. You've noticed yourself in these days. You started feeling the world start to move around you again. Feeling time's flow start again. Time? Sorry, I'm not sure I follow. I don't teleport, Lila. I travel across space-time. You travel through time? Every time we got separated, I jumped to another time and place. But every time I didn't know where or when I'd arrived. I could not know if I would appear in the market or your house, or whether I ended up in the future or the past. So this is why you were always so confused? Exactly. After each jump, I had to understand where and when I was before making the next jump. But why didn't you tell me then? I really wanted to, but I wasn't sure you would be ready to accept it. Each time we met, I couldn't be sure if you knew me and to what degree, if I was just a passerby, an acquaintance, or a friend, or something more. Yes, I had to be careful, parse the situation without looking like I had lost my grip on reality. Well, mission failed, Master. Ugh, let's pretend I believe you. You're a perpetually confused space-time traveling wizard. Very credible. But you still haven't explained one thing. Why are you going through so much effort to find me? Because we are alike. Eh? You just lost the little credibility you had. I can't travel through time. I can barely move through space. True. Actually, your power is different. You can create universes. Right. Wait, does this have to do with anything? Everything. You create universes. I can cross between universes. Two sides of the same coin. I'm a bit confused. So, have you come to learn a new type of space-time sorcery or something like that? Are there others like us? Do you want to assemble a team of metaphysical wizards? No. I'm here to rescue you. What? What should I be saved from? A space-time dragon? A rebellion just happened. They got caved in, and she is so sassy still. I believe you know what, Lila. Yikes, is this gonna get, like, sad? I don't. You told me yourself. You said that ever since I've been around, time started to flow again. As if you could, again, take your life in your own hands. Okay, yes, I felt a bit different ever since you showed up, but I'm just going through a phase. Maybe I was just a bit depressed. Oh. Is this supposed to be like a perfect analogy? Where he's the boy and she's the octopus creature from that child story? Maybe. Maybe I was just a bit depressed. I'm not just a psychologist, but I don't... Wait. I'm not just a psychologist, but I don't believe I need to be saved. I don't... That sentence was a little weird. And what does this have to do with this time and space magic thing? It's not merely your phase. It's not just in your head, but in your universe. You're stuck in a temporal prison. Okay, this seems a bit out there. Says the girl with tentacle hair. That's all I'm gonna say. What can you remember about when I wasn't with you? Try to think about the time between my disappearance and reappearance. What do you feel when you think about that period of time? Nothing. I can't feel anything. Exactly. It's as if during that interval I wasn't there at all. I know I was, I remember it clearly, but it's as if someone else was there in my place. And how long have you felt this way? Ever since I got this hair. Since I started to create universes, after the day of the accident. Indeed. But why? Why me? What does your power have to do with this? To explain, we need to go to your house. That house holds a strong connection with your past. It will allow us to piece the temporal lines together, disentangling them to allow them to realign to their normal flow once and for all. My house? Well, why not? Let's say I believe you, and we head to my house. What then? I just told you, you won't be able to fully understand until we get there. I'd consider indulging you in your delusions if it weren't that we're completely stuck here. Everything went down with the explosion. The rubble has blocked all exits. It's been hours that I've been calling for help, but no one has come. Oh. Bandar. Okay, I finally find you. Bandar. Did I interrupt something? Monkey. Bandar's a good guy. He's a good guy. Perfect timing. No, actually, your timing is impeccable. Let's not waste any time then. I need to understand this thing. Good. Can you walk? Oh, that's right, she was injured. Yes, I believe so. I thought my leg was broken, but it was just a sprain after all. I'm good now? That's not how sprains work. Bandar, sorry if we don't get lost in pleasantries, but we're in a bit of haste right now. Where ye go? Don't worry about it. But what do I care? You always do whatever you want without any explanation. Shall we? Yeah, Bandar doesn't take anything personally, gets in and out. He's awesome. Alright. Wow. Chat, how is it being able to see better? Has Arnold's hair always been... Why is the chroma key to yellow? This is yellow. That's a yellow. That I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Everything about stream is goofy right now. Let's see. Let's go. Okay. Sorry, I'm just aggressively clicking on everything to see what I can interact with, and there's nothing. Okay. Oh, lots of down people. And robots, a lot of robots, actually. These are robots from what I can see. Yep, more robots. This is the area where we would wake up every day. With all the different doors. Yeah, this is that square in the middle. I'm curious if the map shows anything different. Her house is over here, but I want to see. No, but I wasn't sure if it would, like, have things crossed out or not. This is her house right here, but I'm gonna go past it to see if it'll let me. Oh yes, this is the... Let me go past this. This is the mechanic. I think I'm just wasting time, but I'm a little interested in how far it'll let me go. It won't. Okay, cool. For some reason, I was like, maybe there's something over here. Alright, in we go. Alright, her house is gonna be on the left. Perfect. So then, time traveler, we're here in my house. What is it that you need to tell me? What are we doing here? Lila, we'd better sit. Okay. So strange. I've been traveling for so long, but I feel like I've never moved from here. What do you mean? You see, Lila, that day, that tragic accident, it all started there, when you and your father went to retrieve that strange object. That was no cheap trinket or piece of space crap. It was a powerful relic. What type of relic? That object was a bridge between the physical world and the astral world, a gate through which the divine has communicated with mankind for centuries. Coming into contact with this artifact allows one to see what's on the other side, beyond the ocean of the Kraken, the veil that cleaves space and time. Glimpsing what lies beyond the veil causes one's mind and body to violently shift outside of the material world. It induces a state for which they are not prepared. Enlightenment. This process has its drawbacks. If one is not completely prepared, they become eternal beings, forever trapped in a timeless instant. It becomes a curse that stems from setting one's sight on the divine. The Enlightenment bestows powers that only a god could have, like creating universes and traveling between them. But since time becomes an illusion, one's very existence becomes empty and meaningless. Passive. Lila, on that day when you and your father came into contact with the artifact, that event gave you the power to create universes, but left you stuck in a time loop. I think I understand. But if I obtained my powers this way, How did you? In the same exact way. You see, Lila, on that tragic day in which you lost your father, I was there too. What? Yes, but due to the incoming crux in space-time, from my point of view, it was not your father who touched the artifact, but my daughter. But my daughter. Your daughter? Monkey, you're back? Yes. Sorry, dancing, we've been back for a little bit. I wish it refreshed on you and your end, but nope, welcome back. We figured out the timeline of the order of everything. But welcome, thanks for coming back. Are you telling me that your daughter, you're my daughter, Lila? So on his timeline, I was right. I think I was right. And I am your dad? It can't be. It doesn't make any sense. I saw you die. The explosion vaporized you. I really did die, but only from your point of view. From mine, it was you who touched the object and died in the explosion. But differently from you, I knew that it wasn't really you. But differently from you, I knew that it wasn't really you. How? You see, what I said before about my powers was not completely accurate. While you had the power to create universes, my proper ability was to perceive them. You're actually off to bed. Okay, dancing, thank you for popping in. Have a good one. My proper ability was to perceive them. I knew that you weren't dead, but trapped in another timeless dimension, stuck in an eternal loop. But if you knew that I was still alive, then why didn't you come immediately? Why didn't you tell me? Do you have any idea of what I went through? With you gone, thinking it was all my fault, I couldn't. Don't you think I knew how it felt? Knowing where you were, but without the means to reach you. Your curse was living in a timeless prison. Mine, living with the knowledge that you were trapped. I spent years trying to figure out how to travel between universes, how to get to you. For you, it must have felt like only a year or so. On my end, it's been decades. So on his universe, he got the hair. Because his daughter got, collected by the relic. So this is him with the tentacle hair. After the accident, I was desperate. Despite having been enlightened, I felt so lost. I needed to understand why the Divine chose to curse us this way. I traveled through the solar system, visiting every known civilized and uncivilized world. Wow, yeah, that's his jacket. That's his jacket. And no wonder why she didn't recognize us, because we went through all the different procedures with the cult. I talked with thousands of people, listening to their stories. I read their books, exploring their worlds. I looked for answers in hundreds of different cults and religions. Yeah, see, that's him slowly going through all the different procedures. I read, prayed, and meditated. I came as far as modifying parts of my own body to help me detach from the material world. I learned the hidden mechanisms of the universe and its origins. Finally, I understood. I understood how to use my enlightened condition to project myself far from my own universe. I'm so happy that, like, all of the clues I picked up on, I was right. Like, the fact that his ears was the last pieces that were he kept. And we kept getting clues from other cultists that ears have to do with the past and attachment, especially families. So it's like, that's what he's still holding on to. It's what he's still working on. To travel beyond the structure of space-time, where I finally found you, exactly as young as I'd left you. When I saw you, I didn't know how. I meant to tell you everything from the start, but my appearance, the jumbled order of time, I couldn't be sure how you would react. Yeah, it's her dad. My little girl. So you're here. It's all over then. We can be together again. Not exactly, Lila. Alright, what's left, buddy? What's going on? No, why? We don't belong to the same reality anymore, Lila. Every jump I make is just a temporary reprieve from the gods beyond the veil. For now, I've been allowed to share your world with you, but it's not going to last much longer. I'm banking on stolen time. When I'll disappear again, you'll be stuck again in your temporary prison. And this time, I'm afraid it could be forever. What? There is a way to break the cycle together, but we must be quick. By combining our powers, we can go back to that moment and make things go the way they should. But how can we do that? You'll create a universe, a very special one, in which everything happened in the right way, in which we share the same reality again. This is my weakness. This is my weakness. The one of the accident. Exactly. When you've done that, I'll bring us inside it. We'll return to that day and close this cursed cycle. Okay, let's do it then. What should I do exactly? Good. Let's start by sitting down. First of all, we need to enter in a meditative trance so that we can align our powers. I have no clue how to do that. Oh, right. Close your eyes and follow my breathing. I think we're aligned now. This should be enough. Oh, that's it? Of course not. Now we need to recreate the universe where everything started. But how? This requires too much precision. Normally, I just use the ingredients that I find lying around as the basis for a universe. I don't have a specific way to get exactly what I want. What should we do in this case? We'll use what the Kraken gave us when we received our enlightenment and our curses. Our hair. They're the purest manifestation of our link with the world beyond the veil. But you have no hair. I used to. I cut them away when I got into the cult of detachment. I still kept a piece. I kept it just in case. Damn. This is so cool. Use the extract of the 2 tentacles to make the universe. Now the shape, it needs to reflect that terrible moment. Our universe, initially circular and unperturbed, with an appendix cleaving it in half. How do I make that shape? Circular. First of all, I can only make squares, but okay, don't stress. Is it gonna be like a figure 8? That's like the best I can do without... Oh no. Can I... Hold on. Can I do this? Is this... What? Circular with an appendix cleaving it in half? Wait. I think... Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. I wouldn't call that perfect. That's not anything you described, sir. Circular with an appendix cleaving it in half? I guess I don't know what an appendix is. You know what? You master, you know. You were the closest to enlightened between the two of us here. Okay. I understand. Now breathe and concentrate. I will use my powers to bring us inside. Oh, we're playing as both of them now? They both are together? Maybe? So, with all of the flashbacks being them reading the story together, that should have been another really good hint. I told you the Kraken is bad. Very bad indeed. Daddy? What is it, honey? If I meet a monster like that, and it wants to cut me up in pieces, would you save me? Of course, Lila. Even if I'm very, very far away? Even if there's a lot of traffic? Always, Lila. No monster will touch you for as long as I live. Good. Now keep reading. Yes, ma'am. Without flesh or body to call his own, the man is dragged down by the Kraken's descent. Not living nor dead, he does not lament the remnants he left in the quest for the unknown. Soon after, his relatives and those close to him wander the world in search of his traces, and finally come to the ocean's last brim. They find all his spoils spread over those places. Collecting those relics, they ask themselves why his bodily parts are so strewn on the shore. Of those, some believe he'd come there to die, and few that he might have ascended, or more. The stories just thus birthed begun to be told, and those that revered him and all his remains saw it that man's destiny was helped to unfold, forever in freedom from earthly restraints. Like that lonely being who once had been flesh, men face every moment the ultimate choice of being dust of stars, like trapped in a mesh, or staring at God's face and hearing his voice. What a children's book. The end. Did you like the story? Yawn, yes. Sleepy? A little bit. It's bedtime then. Okay, but will you protect me while I sleep? Of course. I don't want to drown in the ocean. I love you, Daddy. Me too, little one. Come on, let's go to sleep. Dang. Alright, now we know. And here they are, present day. Oh, look at that. That's the Kraken, I think. What is that? Don't worry about it. Try to concentrate. It's like my hair. It's the Kraken from that book that Mom used to read to me when I was little. Oh, God's a Kraken that cursed that child. Yes, Lila. It's the one that guards the threshold between the spirit and the material world. The one depicted in that statuette. Lila, don't lose focus. Gahara Samudra, the deepest ocean. Lila, we can't linger here any longer. We need to move onwards. Close your eyes and focus on the meditation. Yes, I'm sorry. Now, focus on that single moment. No matter how hard it is to remember, go back to that day. Alright, look at that. We've kind of reverted back to what we looked like at the time. Dad, it's really you. I've missed you so much. I've missed you too, Lila, so much. Okay, the Kraken has absorbed us, it looks like. Darkness. Okay. Oh, we're here. So now we can go back. We can start again. Lila, I'm changing course. I should be able to remember how to do that. Are they supposed to grab it at the same time? Like, how are they supposed to close the circuit? Like, the universe circuit. It doesn't work. The drive seems to be locked in place. We're in front of that cursed thing once again. Lila, let me explain. No. I already know what you want to tell me. There must be another way. Some solution you haven't explored yet. No, Lila. This is all there is left to do. Believe me, I tried every possible way. It's time for me to go now. You can't. I can't lose you again. I don't want to, Dad. I can't go through this all over again. Lila, we have no choice. For both of us to exist in the same universe and allow the other to go on with their life, one of us must sacrifice themselves. I'll go. Lila, don't say that. I will go. So I don't get his plan. Because his plan, technically it's the same thing. I mean, they were existing on two different universes, and in his universe she grabbed it, in her universe he grabbed it. So I don't understand his plan and why this would change anything. I'll go. I can't stand to watch you die, not again. Please. My little girl. I think they just have to grab it at the same time. Like, I love you, Dad. I love you too, my child. Promise me you'll be strong. That you will leave that spaceship and that colony and live your own life. I promise, Dad. Oh, they're gonna make me do it. Okay. Okay, Lila, I'm ready. How are you feeling? How do you expect me to feel? I understand. Whenever you're ready, direct the ship towards the target. As if I could do otherwise. Alright, let's go. We know what's up. There's always another way. This is the church person talking. Dad, did you say something? No, what are you talking about? Nothing. I must have imagined it. Lila, listen to me, Lila. What? Lila, stop. There's another way. I know you. You're that man who was preaching in the middle of the square the other day, the Archbishop of the Church of Many Gods. Why did you try to capture my father? What do you want from him? That's of no importance now. You better, if you want me to do what you want me to do, you better chill. I'm here to help you. We're about to commit a terrible mistake. Can I scum save this? No, there were no save options. Oh. Alright. And I'm here to help you avoid it. I don't like that smug look you've got. Uncle, you see, I finally managed to bring you to them. Don't I deserve a promotion? Shut up. So they're in her house while they're trying to meditate and do their thing. Lila, listen to me. Your very lives are at stake. How can you be so deluded to think that I'd ever trust you? You captured and incarcerated my father. We did it for his own good, for the good of you both. I know it sounds hard to believe, but your father is sick. His frequent travels have ended up corrupting his soul. But he can be saved, he can be cured, so that you can be together again. What? What should I do to avoid it? You don't need to do anything. Just let yourself go. Return to the now. Return home with your father. No, if that's the answer, you have to tell me how we got here. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's too much. Lila, what's happening? Return home, Lila. Lila, who are you talking to? It's the Archbishop. He says there's a way for us to return home together. Lila, don't listen to him. He just wants to capture us and steal our powers for his own ends. But... Lila, your father was very sick and tired. He doesn't know what he's saying. He traveled so far to find you to save you, but now it's up to you to save him. I hate the smug look that he gives me. I must save him. Yes, let yourself go, Lila. Return home with your father. Lila, don't listen to him. So, no, we cannot listen to the Archbishop because our fathers explained to us that every time he time travels, it gets shorter and shorter and shorter. It gets shorter each time he can travel. And he's aware that this is probably the last time he can do it. This guy's lived through decades, probably longer, of time traveling. He's done the work. The Archbishop has just been a dickbag the entire time we've known him. His nephew's a piece of shit. The church is kind of shitty. Like, there's no credibility here. Now, granted, am I curious, story-wise, which way this goes if we save our father? Sure. The only thing that's making me, like, not listen to the father is because the father and us both know that he dies no matter what. So even though I know that the Archbishop is just, what's a good word for it? Trying to manipulate us, the chance that our father could still live. Because here's the thing. If the dad's like, he's just gonna try to take our powers. Well, shit, no, we can't, because the chance of trying to save him isn't good enough. We haven't seen the church accomplish anything, let's be honest. The church hasn't accomplished anything spiritual, because right now it feels like, oh yeah, there's, you know, like he's projecting, but he's not projecting. He's literally standing over our character's real life shoulder, interrupting our meditative state. The only thing that sucks is that I know that listening to our father ends the story is what that feels like, So I wish I could save and experience both endings of the game, right? Pick the one that I would pick and then do the other one just to see what would happen. I get that's not how life works. Kind of bummed that I don't get that option. like, we put in a lot of time into this game. I guess we'll just have to pick the one that I would do. And I keep going back and forth, and then I'll just look up the other ending later. But I keep going back and forth because obviously I would trust our father more than him, more than the Archbishop. The Archbishop doesn't have a crumb of standing. But this gives us a chance for options. This is they've set this up really well. Storytelling wise, they've set this up really well that I have no idea which one to pick. Let's see. This is okay. You know what? We're just going to don't listen to him. Save your father. Listen to your father. It sucks that they phrased these options like this because obviously you want to save your father. For the plot, if I was in this situation, I would listen to the father. Fuck the church. But because I am curious, we're gonna do this. We're not invested. We're not really here. Like I'm curious. I'm curious what saving your father does. I'm sorry, Dad. Lila, no. Good, Lila. You're making the right choice. Let yourself go. Return to us. This was a mistake. But Uncle. Nephew, I just told you to be silent. Uncle, this can't be right. This power, it's something that only the gods should be allowed to use. Own it, shut that dumb mouth of yours. You don't know what you're talking about. No, Uncle, this is wrong. We shouldn't want to steal the powers of these heretics. It would make us heretics. Steal? Own it for the love of the gods. Shut up. No, this is wrong and you know it, Uncle. No! Did he stab him? Steal? You just want to steal our powers. No, Lila, I swear on the gods, you've misunderstood. Don't you realize that you would just bring the curse upon yourself? These powers are not meant for mankind. You'd be cursed exactly like me and my father. What's happening? Listen to me, child. If you'd done this of your own free will, there was a chance I'd have let you live. But it's clear I'll have to pull you out of there by force. I'd like to see you try. You leave me no choice. How dare you attempt to steal our powers? Oh, she's gotta enter the spirit realm. So what's really funny is I don't think our options there would have mattered. If we said no, they would have done it by force. We said yes, and then the nephew is actually the voice of reason. Oh. Okay. Lila, what's happening? Nothing, Dad. Everything is under control. Sorry about before. Don't worry, Lila. You're doing really well. That was sick. So we launched him out of the fucking ceiling. Alright, we gotta hurry up because I bet you that kid's gonna want revenge soon. Here we are. We should be right over that thing. Yes, I can see it. Good. Well, it's been good to see you again, even if it was for a short time. Yes. I love you so much, my little girl. I love you too, Dad. Goodbye. Farewell. And we have to open the door, right? Oh. He did it himself, okay. Okay, it's very bright. Dad? Where am I? Oh, of course, the hospital. I'm back at the hospital. I hoped I would never come back here. At least I don't have that horrible hair anymore. Lila, you're alive. Ye no good look. You don't look too bad, all things considered. We all thought you weren't long for this world. We could see the explosion from the colony. It's a miracle you're even alive. A miracle. I wouldn't use that word to describe it, but okay. Lila, you know what happened. Your father. Dear Bandar, maybe this isn't the place to... She needs time to recover. Don't worry, Hinon. I know that he's dead. Lila, I'm so sorry. Biari was a great man, Lila. We all sad. I can't imagine how you must feel right now. No need to worry. I know it seems hard to believe, but I'm okay. I just need to be alone for a while. But of course, Lila. Thanks for coming anyways. For real. We always here when you need. Of course, always at your disposal. Thanks, see you later, guys. Alright, so... Let's see, goodbye, Dad. Is that the end? The flashback, it shows daytime finally descending on the room. She's by herself. Dad? Dad, where are you? Dad? Oof. Okay, so... There was no hole in the ceiling. Dad? Oh. It was just a dream. Sigh. Another day in this dump. Her hair is normal, though. Alone. Come on, Lila. You have to keep going somehow. Alright, let's go in this other room. And nothing to interact with, it appears. That's okay. We're just looking to make sure. Put on some clothes. And what's her job gonna be now that she can't make universes? Home sweet home. We can't make them, can we? Right. I don't have powers anymore. What a mess. I can't even make a few bucks creating universes. Damn it. What's this? Lila, meet me at the tea house. We have to tell you something. Hinon and Bandar. At Hinon's tea house. What do these two want now? Alright, time to go. You know the drill. I wonder what they could possibly tell us. Oh, we didn't have to walk through the whole city to get there. Trust me, Bandar, she'll like it. I don't think so, but let's try. What? The last time we walked through here, we walked through as your dad. That's the booth we stayed at. What will I like? Lila, nothing. I was just... Hinon and I wanted to give you a present. Gift? What are you talking about? Lila, we were shocked by what happened with your father and the whole story of the temporal prison. More confused, less shocked. Yes, anyway. Guys, please, I know you want to be kind, but I would ask you to hurry up. I have so much to do, I don't have time to waste. We know you no have powers anymore, and no more job. Bandar, have a little tact for heaven's sake. Hinon, give her the ticket and that's it. Ticket? Yes, here it is. Jupiter travel boarding pass from Jupiter to Mars. A ticket to Mars? Your story went around the whole colony. Many people wanted to help you, so we raised money. You want to kick me out? You know well, Lila, that there is no future for you on Jupiter. No good for you to continue to live in the stump. You need to grow, find better life. But I heard about some cousins who work at the terraforming plant on Mount Olympus. They told me they're making progress. There's lots of vegetation and work now. They'll help you settle in. A new life, Lila. Is that what your father wanted for you? Thank you, I don't know how. Don't worry, Lila, you don't owe us anything. Just be ready, the next departure is in a few days. And what will you two do? Us? Our lives here, Lila. Yes, Lila, for us it's already too late. We have our whole life ahead of you. Have your whole life ahead of you. Don't waste it. I won't. Thank you. Oh. Damn, that is that's a good story. That was a good story. A game by, what is that? Zorkie Studio? Oh, a photo of them together. Dang, that was good. That's her getting on the ship to Mars. I would kind of want to know what happened with the nephew if he becomes the next archbishop. Not that it matters. Oh, there she goes. I want to see her with the plants. With the plants on Mars. Bye, Jupiter. Oh, she's landing. Welcome. I love the little guy with the glow sticks. Oh, so they have like biodomes. Oh, that was when she was little, because that's her parents, with Hinon and Bandar and her on his shoulder. Damn. Ooh, Akupara Games, I just saw that name. I think I've played other games by them. Wow. Wow, that was really good. That was really good. I feel like that ending was really good, and what's really funny is for how like cognitive and how much I had to process that whole time, that ending didn't like hit me super hard because I did all of the heavy hitting and the heavy thinking throughout the whole fucking thing. No, that was really good. That was Universe for Sale. Yeah, that was awesome. Alright, well, thanks for watching Universe for Sale. That's that one. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. If you did, I recommend go getting it, trying it out yourself if you want, but thank you for watching. Okay, so let's... Oh, you can reset your game. I'm curious what that does differently, because this felt pretty linear, despite, the storytelling not being linear. But that would be kind of cool. Let's boot up while, I'm not super tired. Let's boot up. I'm making a monster. This is the demo from Zorkie Studios. So let's get that booted up. Let me just update everything. Let's see. Just editing the thing to be I'm making a monster. There's no category for it yet. Ooh. Is making a monster its own game? I don't want to tag the wrong game. Let me look it up real quick. There is a tag for making a monster. Is that the right tag? Sorry, I'm checking Twitch real quick to see if that's its own, a completely separate thing. Okay, the tag making a monster. Categories, indie game, an aspiring witch, training dummy, help them hone their skills. Micro visual novels. This might be the right tag. Let me make sure. No, okay, so this is not the same game. Alright, I'm glad I didn't just grab this tag. Alright, we'll put this under the demos tag. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, this is so new. This demo is not released to the public yet. We have a first look, so I'm very excited about that. Let's see. Let me get this booted up. Let me get this so you can see it. Let's see, making a monster. Perfect. Let's see if that'll show for you in a few seconds. Nope, it's not, so we'll do window capture instead. Perfect. Very bright, sorry. But yes, thank you for playing. Alright. Alright, so here we go. We're all booted up. We're playing the first look demo of I'm Making a Monster from Zorkie Studios. Big thank you from them for sharing it with us so we can get a first look. Thank you for trying out this prologue. We're a two-person team based in Canada, and we hope you enjoy our game. The prologue is 10 to 15 minutes long, and we encourage you playing it at least once to explore different options. I expect us to take maybe twice that long, because we know how we play here. But perfect. Everything is good. Everything's ready to go. Let's send it. I'm very excited. Quality Dreams Reasonably Priced was really exciting. And I actually played this back when it was something on their itch.io site. It was a text-based, like an HTML game. I don't know if that's the right words to use for that, but I'm very excited to see it like reimagined and what's going to change with the story. So let's go. Ooh, this is pretty. Let me get the audio somewhere that's a little bit more manageable. Let's see. That seems pretty good. I'll leave it there, but I will drop it a little bit in the master volume. Man, that looks like it barely moved for you. Let's see. Okay, that does look better. I'm gonna turn it down. With streaming, there's a couple spots I can actually change the audio level on, so I do apologize. But thanks for hanging in there while I figure out what works. No, that is just consistently a very loud thing. Alright, let's drop that down a bit there. Drop that down a bit there. Alright, I think that's good. That looks like it's in a good spot. Alright, let's cruise. Let's go. This is gorgeous. Look at this. One thing with Zorkie is that all of their art is gorgeous. It's beautiful. And Quality Dreams Reasonably Priced. They mentioned something, I could be making this up, but something like they do 200 different expressions throughout the whole game for their different characters. Beautiful attention to detail. Alright, let's get cruising. Alright, so, oh my gosh, look at this. So we can pick names. Ofer Sonnet, that's cool. He, him, his. Look at these different pronouns. Oh, there's two different characters. Ofer Sonnet goes for a walk. They like walks in the park. He doesn't want anyone to talk to them. So they, them, theirs, and he, him, his. His hair gets wet from the rain. Ofer hadn't realized it was raining. They keep walking anyways. Oh, so these are, it's showing the types of pronouns we use. Oh. Let's do he, him, his. We can change our, I'll keep the name. I'll keep the name and we'll use he, him, his pronouns. Love this though. These are all for folks who aren't familiar. There's a lot of neo-pronouns in here, which are, I'm sure there's an official definition you can get online, but it's something that is a little bit closer to they, them. It's just more, it's more along the binary, more options. You know, if gender is a spectrum, you know, we've got our classic he, him, she, hers, but, you know, these other pronouns are available for folks who feel that they're a better fit for them. It doesn't mean anything special to anyone who doesn't know them or hasn't seen those words before. It just means that the person that's using them to identify as them, those are their words. And it's cool. That's all it has to mean. So seeing neo-pronouns, that was really exciting. Fae, fair, fairs was one that I thought was really cool when I was exploring my gender. And what's really cool, what I love that they're doing here, is they give examples. So fae, fair, I'm just going to give you one example of the neo-pronouns because I'm yapping about what they mean. So Ofer goes for a walk. Let's uncheck he, him, his, so this shows just the, so Ofer goes for a walk. Fae likes walks in the park. Fae doesn't want anyone to talk to Fair. Fair hair gets wet from the rain. Ofer hadn't realized it was raining. Fae keeps walking anyways. This is so cool. I love this. I love this so much. For me, for my character, we're gonna do he, him, his though. Love this though. Already so jazzed. Alright. Ah, look at this. Okay. I'm noticing stream actually doesn't seem to be catching up. Is it frozen? I'm enabling and disabling the preview. Yeah, it looks like you're just seeing the first screen. Well, let me see if I can capture the window correctly. Let's see. It's kind of a bummer that it's being difficult. Let's see. Yeah, that's still stuck there. Is there multiple windows? I don't want to close OBS and reopen it. Let me close the game and relaunch it just in case that lets it, gives us a fighting chance here. Let's see. If this doesn't work out, what I can do is I can, record this as a YouTube video. But I do want to make this... I don't understand why this wouldn't pick up. Ooh, you know what we can do is I do remember there was an option to change this from full screen. Okay, let's try that. It doesn't care for this either. Let's pick that different window. I see that you're seeing my Steam. That's definitely my Steam. That is so interesting. OBS is all jumbled up with what's... It's... When I'm picking specifically the name of the window for I'm making a monster, it's showing you my Steam instead. How odd. Well, let's try... Instead of window capture, we can do... There's only so many options we get. Is there a game capture we can try? Ooh, I think we got it. I think we got it to work. Alright, game capture. Let's start from the top. Alright, so here we go. Let's jump right in. Alright, I love the inclusion of the neopronouns. Phenomenal. And I love that it's giving you the examples of, you know, it kind of conjugates it with your pronoun selections. I love that so much. So I want to do he, him though, for me. And we'll keep Ulfers on it, the name, so let's get cruising with that. This is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this background. It's literally just a background behind the text, but it has so much emotion in this watercolor texture. Okay. The year leading up to it was much like any other. The moments loop in Ulfr's mind, ceaseless and rough as river rapids. If he had known. Ooh. Ulfr is at the beach. He's guarding the spot Delaney claimed while she grabbed snacks. Don't move an inch, she'd said. Ulfr considers the blowing sands lifted by the chilly breeze coming off the water, then looks up to the clear sky. He wishes he'd brought a book. He shivers slightly. Summer wasn't supposed to be so cold. Look at this. Look at this. There's like such a degree of melancholy, but this is still gorgeous. This like, it feels they've captured a cold beach. It kind of feels like either like a northern, if this is placed in the United States, right? It's reminding me of what I would imagine a beach would look like in like the northern half of either coast. So this is really giving me chilly beach vibes. So either go after Delaney or wait. Well, we're a little cold, we don't have a book. Oh, well, it says don't move an inch, she said, so we should wait. We should wait. Ofer lies back and closes his eyes. Why not let himself be pampered for once? Could they have shared more time together? Where are the good Pokemon? Sorry. Ofer reclines against the park bench. Delaney left to use the bathroom, and Ofer's been conjuring small flames above his fingers to pass the time and keep the autumn chill at bay. Wait, do we have magic? Delaney left to use the bathroom, and Ofer's been conjuring small flames above his fingers to pass the time and keep the autumn chill at bay. The bench is hard and its seat awkwardly angled. Ofer shifts uncomfortably. He notices some movement in the corner of his eye and turns to see a sausage vendor. A sign proclaims the sale of homemade apple cider. Go get apple cider. Ofer gets up and stretches his arms up, loosening the stiffness inflicted by the bench. Delaney probably likes apple cider, but really, any excuse to leave the bench is a good one. The line of the cart is short. After a few minutes, Ofer returns to the bench holding 2 steaming paper cups. Delaney is back and is standing rather than confronting the bench. Ofer smiles and hurries over. Confronting the bench. Sorry, I'm trying to absorb what this is suggesting. The line of the cart is short. We return holding cups. She's standing rather than confronting the bench. Was this saying confronting because the bench was difficult to sit on? Yeah, stiffness. Okay, that might be it. Alright. Could he have stopped it? I don't. The amount of guilt he's creating for himself. It's New Year's Eve and Ofer is at Abella's. He's chatting with Max about their new job. This is so pretty. Look at this. Oh, I love this. That also looks like a really comfortable chair. I could live in this. This feels like a place I would like to spend time in. Alright, New Year's Eve at Abella's. He's chatting with Max about their new job. Corey comes by with champagne flutes. I don't know what Delaney is doing in the kitchen, but she said to disturb her at your peril. Max laughs and takes the proffered glass. We'll need to take a look then. Let's see. They're giving us a couple of moments where we could choose to follow her or give her space. And I don't know if that's our character reflecting on the lost time. Because it sounds like we lose Delaney, or there's a reason why she's not with us at present, or we can't spend time with her at present. So it's really interesting that all of these memories are framed with the peril of I could have had more time with them. Agree with Max and storm the kitchen? I think so, because it's fun and goofy. Alfred grins, absolutely. Max begins to run for the kitchen. She's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Onwards. Ofer and Max charge at the closed kitchen door only to bounce off something a foot before it. Damn, she's warded it. So they do have magic. Get me a candle in 5 minutes. Ofer starts rolling up his sleeves. Got it. Max runs off for their bag. As Ofer examines the wards, Corey saunters over. Are you sure you want to do this? I don't know. I don't know enough about the relationship to know if like goofy stuff like this is worth it. Also, the earring, the jewelry, these characters are so pretty. But the accessory placement and just like no one's like overdone. Not that being overdone's a problem, but like everything that everyone's wearing so far has felt very like there's weight to it. Like it's a person I'm looking at, right? And not a character. This is so pretty. I can't get over how pretty this is. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, he turns and shouts, Max, where are those candles? 1 minute. Corey says it's your funeral, and then he turns and wanders back to Abella. Max returns a moment later with the candle and Ofer gets to work. 5 minutes and 1 candle later, the kitchen door unlocks with a soft pop. Ofer and Max look at each other before Max grins and pushes it open. Delaney is standing in the middle of the room, hands covered in glitter, raising an unimpressed eyebrow. Why am I not surprised? Ofer laughs. You were goading, Max. I just came to help with the wards. She smiles back. Maybe I was. Max is over by the cauldron on a Bella stove. What is this? Okay, so she's not mad. She's not mad. Then he notices the smell. Ofer takes a deep breath, scenting berries and ozone. You did it. I did, she says, and since you barged in, neither of you are getting any. It's a memory spell, Ofer explains to Max, who hadn't studied potions. One of friendship. It reminds of good times on now past and solidifies the night you drink for you to cherish. It's a lot of work. That's so sweet, Delaney. Too bad you both won't be partaking of them, she sniffs. But Ofer's still smiling. He knows that this time Delaney doesn't mean it. One candle wax cleanup later. Memories long remembered. I can't see the details on it, but we just got an objective. Ofer was right. Delaney begrudgingly shares her potion. What follows is a night of reminiscence and wonder. It's a night that will stay with all of them for a very long time. Is everything inevitable? There were fresh tulips on the windowsill. Delaney brought them over. She'd said they were the first blooms of the year. She left a few minutes ago and Ofer's cleaning up the dishes from their shared lunch. They had argued, they had bickered. Let's see. I'd say bickered. I don't want to do... Well, bickered sounds a little petty, but it also doesn't sound as serious. That also could be our character... diminishing, though, the conflict. They had argued. They had argued over the components of a new spell, and Delaney had said something very hurtful. The flowers and lunch were an apology. The room feels emptier now that she's gone. Oh, can I see? Let's see. She left a few minutes ago. What would we call her? I mean... Oh, gosh. I call her. Ofer picks up the phone and rings Delaney. She picks up after a few seconds, longer than usual. Sorry, I couldn't find my headphones. What's up? I was just thinking of you and wanted to chat a bit longer. She laughs. You're seeing me on Thursday. The two chat for the rest of her trip home. They discuss an album release, a controversial new toy line, and the merits of different flowers and strength-increasing potions. But Thursday never comes. Ofer won't see Delaney again. Oh, hope. I'm glad we called her, but wow. There are many monsters in our stories. It said a month passed. I don't know if I said that out loud. Some come from folklore and seek to tempt, harm, or devour. Others come from history. They have already tempted, harmed, and devoured. Harm. The wounds monsters inflict are deep and slow to heal. They are often too easy to ignore, despite how their edges fester and rot. We were tempted, we are harmed, we will be devoured. All monsters leave scars upon us, though the scars themselves vary, and these scars sometimes birth their own monsters, monsters born of our skin, of our pain, of our isolation. Birth. Monsters born of us contain us within them. Their eyes are mirrors, and we tremble in their sight. Sometimes we create the monster, sometimes we become it. Ofer's sonnet has a raw and angry scar. It itches and bleeds his soul. No matter how he howls, it will not cease its scratching. Then, one day, Ofer has been shut in his room for a month. He's not eaten a proper meal in more than a week. He's only drunk water under extreme duress. Today, oh my gosh, look at this hand. This is gorgeous. Look at this. I don't know if it's showing on Twitch or YouTube, but the fine lines in the knuckles. And look at these fingernails. They have some irregularity to them. Kind of like maybe they haven't been well kept. It's so pretty, and look at this. To be able to get the watercolor effect and it to not look completely out of place, this is gorgeous. Wow. Okay, I'm back. Okay. And today, Over opens the door to his room of his own volition. A rare occurrence his friends will be equally excited and nervous about, and stumbles from its dark depths with a dehydrated wobble to his step. Fumbling for some scrap paper and tearing off the lid to a pen, Ofer drops onto a stool and begins to sketch. Fervor and ink splatter onto page after page in unsteady strokes. Hours later, after hours during which friends come over and find Ofer, are relieved to see him out of his room, and then distraught again to find Ofer unable to tear himself from his work, Ofer holds up a final page of formulas and diagrams. Oh, look at the shadow on the hand. I like the choice to outline it in white. That's kind of cool. Exclaim in triumph or wallow in despair. We can go with triumph. Yes, he says, it can be done. Ofer almost bounces up from the stool, but he lacks the energy or coordination. Instead, he settles for lifting the page up and beaming at his work. What can be done? Oh. Ofer jumps at the sound, almost falling over in the process. Gosh, they're so pretty. He had not noticed that a friend had crept into his kitchen while he worked. Abella leans down from the doorway, mixing bowl in hand, trying to hide her worry behind a smile. Ofer does not try to hide his rising excitement. Oh, Abella, he says, I'm going to make something unlike anything I've made before. Abella continues stirring, waiting. She's played this game before. Make something beautiful, make something horrific, something redemptive, something reprehensible. Oh. Well, the game is called I'm Making a Monster, right? Beautiful, horrific, redemptive, or reprehensible. What would we be feeling? So we exclaimed in joy, exclaimed in triumph that something was possible. Like we're getting some type of hope, some type of purpose. Reprehensible, that's an excellent word. I think I need to look it up real quick because I want to make sure it's not blameworthy. Oh, deriving of reprehension. Oh, yeah. That's what I thought it meant, but reprehensive is better than horrific. I feel like horrific, especially if he's saying it with a grin, I would be very worried. I'd be so worried for my friend. Redemptive. I don't think we'd say redemptive. Yeah, let's go reprehensible. It's something that we're aware of is horrendous, but we need to do it. I'm making, Ofer continues, something reprehensible. Abella raises an eyebrow. Tell her the truth. I'm making a monster. The end. That was it's the prequel. It's the prequel. Thank you for playing. Consider a wish list. We hope you enjoy this prologue to I'm Making a Monster. Please leave a review letting us know what you think. Wish listing helps us gain visibility and sends you a notification once the game launches. We're a 2-person team. Help feed our dogs. Restart, quit to menu, quit to desktop or wish list. Yep, Indelian and Nez. I've met Indelian and I've chatted with the team and they're wonderful creatives. They put so much thought. All of the work I've consumed of theirs it has a weight to it, it has a gravity to it, it has a philosophy to it that I just love. I absolutely love. So please go wishlist it. Wishlisting is free and it does so much for devs. It does a lot for algorithm work, it does a lot for, their weight at Steam. It does quite a bit. So thank you everyone for hanging out while I played that prequel. Definitely it looks like there were a couple other paths or other like stories you could experience in just the prequel. To have that much variety is really cool, and it was actually confirmed that it was recommended to play the prequel a few times. But that's the time I have for today. And also when I play the full game, I'm gonna play the full game, so it'll be neat to see other options when I play then too. So maybe I'm being a little greedy and wanting to save a few secrets for when I have the whole meal available. But anyway, that was the first look, early demo to I'm Making a Monster. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm Lord Lordster. I stream on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I mostly do solo games at that time, and then Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, I do a lot of co-op, mainly Warframe at the moment, with Wolfstag, Swiftcat Steve, and sometimes Josh joins us. But yeah, that's what we got. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves. Bye. Supermarket. Hey, if people want to stream Supermarket, I'm down for Supermarket. We could do that on Wednesday. But yeah, Supermarket Together is the game that we're talking about. So if you haven't heard of it, it's a free game that's out, and we started playing it this weekend, and I'm sucked in. It's very fun. It's very fun. So that's possible that's on the docket for Wednesday. We'll see. Alrighty.